A concept I talked about in an earlier video, which like I've noticed across my games, is where it's kind of hard to hear what's going on anything like further than like 2 tiles away. So what I mean by that is this box should probably be closed because so this team is smacking, right? And we're looking at two things together and we're going for a pre-edit, right? And like we're just trying to see what's going on here. But I can barely hear this in the background. Like you'll see me react. Like I reacted right here once they broke it. Like I could hear it, but it's not like distinct enough. Like if we were like shooting our guns here, there's no way I could hear this. But like if this wall was closed, we would have been fine. If they start smacking on this one, we're gonna instantly know. But like this one is like a little bit far away. So that's why I feel like having this like 3 boxes is just too much. Like I should just close this wall and just have a 2x1 because more space isn't always necessarily better in this instance because it's like a vertical like this. Like if it's a 2x2, again, it's different. But because it's like a 1x3, I think this is why like I had bad awareness, and then we got collided here. And then because they're dog shit, like I like shat on them. But like if this was a good team and they had a pre-edit on, they could have easily killed us here. This is a death I don't want to talk about, but I'm gonna have to talk about it regardless. So first, I'm jetpacking, and then I slide off, and then somehow my floor place is here, right? Probably because I landed on the backside, and then there's like a delay before you can pull out your builds or some shit. So then it placed here. So that's the first thing. If I would have placed the floor here, I would have been fine. I would have boxed up right here, right? But then the problem is, I don't expect that to happen, obviously. So then I fall off, right? But it's still recoverable. Like, it's not over. Like, people do this all the time, right? They mess up the mechanics of the jetpack. It's whatever. Once I get to here, as long as I instantly place walls around me and like ensure my safety, then go back up to where my teammate is, because he said, yo, I'm back. I'm up here. Just come to me. If I would have done that, I would have been fine. But the problem is, so like I coned myself by accident. But like, look how slow I am in placing the walls. And I don't even attempt to place this wall, by the way, when there's literally a team here. Obviously, I don't know that because I just came down from here and this happened all like instantaneously. But like, I'm panicking too much to make space down here. So I didn't even place this wall. There could have been a team here that didn't even place the wall. In this instance, they placed the wall. And then I get to here, so they pump me. And then somehow this dude places the fucking cone before I did. So then I get double-headed down, which is pretty crazy. But like, this death was completely avoidable for sure. Like, I should have just been like, I should have just built the walls around me, just chill for a second, then went up to my teammate. But instead, like, I expanded without even covering my side. And then this is why I died. So in this position, like, we're ready to go with 3 seconds left, right? Which is good. But but we're also like on edge, so we don't have that much time to like, if it pulls max, we have to go instantly. And like here, I should be paying attention to a lot of things. Like, for example, what is our worst pull? Like, our worst pull would be this way, that way, like these directions, right? Because we're on edge and we don't really have priority to go. And if I like actually thinking about what these poles could look like, and I was looking at the map, then I would know like the elevation around us. Like, this is the only bad elevation we can get. Everything else around us is pretty flat. But when zone pulls here and I see it pulls to the right, I didn't even know that it pulls up the terrain. Like, I land around in this area the whole time. I know that there's this hill here, but when I was playing the end game, I didn't even think about that one time. And when I made this rotate, that wasn't like, it didn't even cross my mind that about the elevation change. And it's like a problem I've had so many times for so long that I really need to fix, is that I need to actually look at the elevation instead of just looking at where it pulls or where expanding side is. Like, I genuinely need to look at where, like, if it pulls up or if it pulls down. Because if it pulls up, then what's the point in dropping layers? Like here, probably the best play is, because we don't want to tarp this whole thing across, probably just tarp to a certain point and then just jet back across. That's probably the right play. But what we do instead is we just start dropping layers, and then I get to here, and then I realize, oh fuck, it pulls up. And then I could have still jetpacked, but like, that didn't even cross my mind. I was like, oh, and then we die because it pulls up, and then we run out of mats, and we're so shambles. And then yeah, I mean, it's such a bad sell by me. Here we get lobby spray, and my thought process was like, okay, so we're coming in late because we're on that side, right? And then it pulled back to the lobby, so everyone's basically already in zone. And then there's a team in this tree holding us the whole time. We were in that tree, so basically we had to drop down first and then we had the jetpack twice. And I think I did a good job of hiding ourselves. So like the lobby doesn't really know that we're here yet. And my thought process was like, yo, let's get in between these trees because it's gonna cut a lot of like line of sight. But if you like look at this from this replay, it kind of is retarded what I said. Like I'm gonna just show like way better spots. For example, right here, if we literally build here, like what, no one can do anything. I could literally just sit in one box and no one's gonna spray me. Who's gonna fucking spray me? I could get here, and yeah, they might try to box find me, but at least I'm not gonna get lobbied like that because there's too many people near us. I could have got here. Who's gonna shoot me? This team? One team. Over here, I could have got right here. I could have went here, built up. Like there's so many different things I could have done, and I thought this spot would be a lot better than it really was. Because the problem with this spot is that too many teams can see us. Like there's too many sight lines. There's no one near us. That's the problem, bro. Is if there was less people near us, or if there's more people like around us, we would have more LOS. But because we're in the middle of so many teams, so many people can see us. But if we like hide ourselves near these builds more, because that's what I was trying to do with the trees, but I kind of underestimated how many teams could see us, and that was the problem. Like, you can see I was just trying to like chill here, but we can literally be sprayed by so many more people, and we kind of got lucky. We didn't get sprayed by more teams, but yeah, we end up burning so many mats, and that like fucks our game over. What I should have done here is we're getting pressure from two angles, and they're playing like safe angles, so there's no way we can like fucking counter peek them from these angles, you know. But the good thing about them playing safe angles is that they can't really do nothing if we just keep making space. They can't, like, they're just not going to put enough pressure. So all we literally have to do is, because this guy's on this angle and he's on that angle, is literally just make space this way. If we just make space this way, we'd be fine. But because my teammate loses the wall, I mean, we're both on 50 to 60 ping, so they're just going to take the wall eventually. So there's no point in really holding, like, because then you know they're just gonna take it eventually. So then he's spraying from this angle and this angle, so we just need to make space this way, and then eventually they're gonna have to run over again. And if they both come this way, we just run back in our boxes, take all the walls back. But the problem is we stay in these boxes for too long, and like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? We have 3 boxes, but they're like half boxes. This guy's about to spray this wall, and then eventually, like, look, I don't make space fast enough. I let this guy take the wall, and obviously they're like pressuring us decently, and then he like pressures us back into this box. Now we literally have 2 boxes. We should have made these boxes earlier, and I get pumped here, and now it's literally over. If I simply would have just made the space earlier, we would have been fine. And now in this scenario, because they're both on this side, we literally just have to go this way into the boxes if we had them. But yeah, this, I shouldn't have died to these guys, and yeah, this is just bad by me. The problem with this game is I make a couple mistakes. So first of all, it's 4th zone and about to be 5th, right? But we're fine because I got 5 med kits. But the problem is we're so deep in zone. Like ideally we would be over here somewhere on this hill, maybe even on the hot air balloon or some shit. Like, nah, probably not. Like on this hill, and then as soon as zone shows, so like as soon as this 4th zone turns into 5th zone, we instantly fly if we get a max pull. So here, we get the worst pull possible, which is fine. All we have to do is literally just fly in, and then we'll get what the lobby. Then we can all go together. But the problem is we're so far away in Wonky Land that it would be fine if we got a pull back, but because we get a max pull, by the time we get in on 6th zone where it starts being a 5 tick. And then I'm gonna show what happens because my teammate dies and I could have res them by so. So here my teammate's knocked, and then the only team that's really spraying me is from above. And in Fortnite you can hold 1 build easily, but holding like 2 builds is hard. So all I literally need to do is just like hold this floor and cone instead of try to hold this floor and cone too. If I literally just hold this one, like not even give a fuck about that one, just place a wall here and just hold this, I would have been fine and got the res off. But because I stopped holding and like I was trying to hold this one too, that's what made it impossible for me to get the res. And then eventually this other team comes too. But yeah, I definitely could have res them if I would have just held this floor and cone. I understand I had the concern of like, okay, what if they just drop down on me? But if I would have placed a wall like I did here and just held this the whole time, I probably would have got the res off. To say I underperformed would be an understatement. Because on Central we played 4 games and we got like 14 points. So then I played West and then we got like 80 points in 8 games. So we did pretty fucking dog shit. And I don't even think I played like that bad. I'm be honest. It's just like some retarded things happened that got me killed. A lot of like lobbying, especially on West. I was just getting lobbied every game for no reason. But well, yeah, that I am coping. But it went pretty bad. But at least I got my practice in, and yeah, it was a pretty fucking rough week because I couldn't play Div 2 the first day, so I had to play Div 3, and then obviously dudded 2 different regions. So I'm gonna try to bounce back next week. Also, we got the Reload Cup this week, so we're gonna try to qualify for play-ins. And yeah, that was day 97.